I'm Todd Grisham, and what a venue. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for the... Here comes Dmitry Bivol, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world today. He's as... Roy...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of...
An open-air... Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? It's bombs away. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. He threw a punch and just got countered. So much firepower here. Straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
In such heat, the cornermen need to be able to do their job. Think about what they're doing. Want to cool you down, want to ice you back, want to give you instructions in your head, and want to just calm you to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Because that's the most important thing. Forget about the heat. Forget about everything else.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Throws the jab, but does not score. The courage on display here is incredible. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next.
That was a terrible round.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The straight right just misses. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
The jab doesn't quite connect. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That hook doesn't score. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Punch, counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Bivol in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think.
On to the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. We're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
It's all offense all the time. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Miss with that hook. How about that time counter shot? We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Beautiful counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Bivol in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well done with that counter shot. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Timing beats speed, speed beats power. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Can't land that jab. There's a counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout. There's the bell to start round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
that punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That big hook doesn't land. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
A perfect counter shot. Did you see that? Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
There's the bell for round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They both want a highlight reel knockout. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter. A fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
That counter punch caught him clean. He missed with that jab. They missed with the jab. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Bivol in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Here we go. It's round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Which fighter will say no mas? That counter shot lands. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That uppercut just missed. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bivol in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
You know, I've been in fights like...
There's the bell to start round 8. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They're both trying for a knockout. They exchange punches. Nice counter. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
That jab won't score. Nice job blocking the hook. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. So a majority decision.